Welcome to your natal chart report. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not looking at this right now. Yes, I am. All right, this is remarkable. Right off the bat, we do see that you are a soul reaper. Actually, it's even deeper than that. Your chart already is just looking super gangster. Um, I have Moon conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. You have Moon conjunct Saturn in Gemini and the rising. So this actually sets up very relevant alien constructs. Um, let's actually break this down because you also have an ultimate legend. Jesus Christ, Diana. Who are you? That's the first thing I need to ask. What and who are you? We're going to have to break this down because this is another peak astrology chart. Every like some people ask me, oh, you say every chart's amazing, and it's like every chart is amazing, but some charts are different. I probably will maintain this. Some charts come with a little bit extra sauce, okay? And this is what I'm going to break down. I am also an ultimate legend. Drake is an ultimate legend. Barack Obama is an ultimate legend. And what I'm trying to reference is being the gem goddess on YouTube. She's an ultimate legend. What I'm referencing is a technique where the ruler of your 12th house is in the 12th house. You actually happen to be the conduit and power of your personal ultimate legend. There's, of course, relative to ultimate cardinal sign legends like Drake and Barack Obama, they have ultimate power. Drake has the 12th house Cancer Moon. Obama has the 12th house Saturn Capricorn, right? Then you have ultimate energy sources. You have the 12th house Venus out for ultimate power, the 12th house Mars Aries, right? Then you have the fixed sign ones, Pluto, Sag risings with that. Of course, the Pisces risings born in the 2000s or the 90s with Uranus there. But then we have the Gemini risings with Venus in Taurus. This one isn't relatively rare like the Sag one. This one is 258 years in the making because Pluto takes 258 years to recycle. But Venus takes a year. So this isn't relatively rare, but it's not common either because you would have had to be a Gemini rising, which is like a wheel of fortune, wheel like to be born as a Gemini rising since the rising sign changes like every hour. So I want to honor that. That's the first thing I've seen other than a Gemini. And your sun into the 12th house. So you are legendary. Okay. We're going to talk about how, as a Gemini moon with the Taurus sun, you represent true value. You are the vibration of true value. You are the true producer, the true boss. Okay. The angelic manifester. And I just want to really talk about first how this is legitimately an ultimate legend. So the Venusian 12th house Taurus ultimate legend is literally the Midas touch on steroids. There's nothing that you put your touch and heart to that does not turn to gold. This is going to influence greatly your spiritual beliefs about yourself or your beliefs about value. The 12th house is going to be, before it's a superpower, a weakness, because these represent the unconscious habits that, unconscious to you from your personality, create addictions, ways you get in your own way. The 12th house is the house of mental illnesses, prisons, the less fortunate. So your heart is going to be, in a way that is going to align towards homeless people, people who don't have money. That is horrendously vague. I apologize. But the thing here is the 12th house, which is also the house of hidden enemies, because the sun of your conscious is here, this now compounds around a lot of what would be hidden and now enables you through reading other people's body language to be aware of other people's individual unconscious habits and beliefs. So for you, this is going to look like unreasonable stubbornness because I'm a Gemini and I have Venus in Taurus too. So I don't have this exact legend aspect, but mathematically to the sun, I do share in facets of this. And like our taste buds are on fleek, but we could be super lazy. And I don't even consider it laziness. It's a divine laziness. And it's really not laziness because Taurus works hard too, as much as they can just chill back. I like to see it as a hedonistic hard worker. But obviously, this is going to represent the classic 12th house Venus struggle of tapping into clandestine or simulated imaginary relationships. But Taurus is still going to make this very loyal and real. I just kind of want to harp on the presence of your sun here is, unlike those who don't have their sun, going to make you keenly and naturally aware of these unconscious habits, making it less of a debilitation and more of a legitimate strength. You're going to be misunderstood for most of your whole life, but it doesn't change the fact that you are legendary. It's the first thing. You have legendary status. If you were a Pokemon, you would be a legendary Pokemon. And that's why I referenced these people, Drake, uh, President Obama. Like, these are people who are legends. They're legendary. Pisces are legends. This is what this is based on. Pisces, Sun, and Moon. But 12th house is ruled by Pisces, hence it's legendary. And so you can see the legendary quality in these beings, whether you like them or not, right? And you are one of us, okay? It's something that I'm going to share more about. And then on top of that, right, which now this would also speak of an unconditionally loving heart. The other version of this is the Scorpio rising with Venus Libra, right? The classic legendary beauty, which is more of a power. This is more of a strength and a quality. Okay. So this could be a divine sense of stubbornness, but this will become the ability to understand at higher reasonings how people's body language influence their behavior. And I know that's a little vague too, but it has so much different application. So we don't want to be too specific. But now knowing that, Gemini is the messenger of the zodiac. An angel is a messenger. So Gemini is the angel. Your AC is an angelic embodiment. All right, you're the embodiment of truth. And so as a Gemini rising, all Gemini risings are angels. Gemini moons are angel souls. Me as a Gemini sun, I have an angel spirit, and that's the delineation. So not only do we know that you're an angel soul, you have the Reaper, Saturn, on your rising. That's why I asked, who are you? Because first of all, Saturn rising is a world embodiment. Everyone who I've ever known with a Saturn rising has a completeness to themselves. They are an embodiment of integrity. In Gemini, the flavor of this integrity versus another sign is true integrity, which means the integrity of your word, which means when you say something, shit happens, which is going to apply to everybody, but there's a little bit more kutpa for you. I don't even know if that's the word, but like, basically, you don't get a slap on the wrist, because this can now turn into vocifery. This can turn into elements of mentifery, being able to literally speak things into reality. Saturn here is going to impose a penalty if you're lied to or if you lie, because you are the embodiment, AC, and vessel of true integrity, which means, just like most people, but a little bit more extremely, you cannot fucking stand liars. And I hate to say that because no one likes liars, but y'all don't like liars more than most people. Like, that's all I'm going to say. And that's because the integrity of someone's word really rests on a lot of how you reflect that as a true Gemini rising mirror. So what does that mean? Well, Saturn is the reaper because it represents the agricultural process of taking the scythe and reaping the harvest. And the moon is the soul, so you are a soul reaper. You're a true soul reaper. Or we could say you understand the true integrity of the word of truth. Now, this is even more important because relative to 73, we have the Grand Air Trine. I think Alex Jones was born around this period. So there's the embodiment of what to say. Okay, you have this innate understanding of truth that opposite Neptune and Sagittarius takes this understanding of what an experience is, and now it juxtaposes this supernatural visual nature of seeing beyond the higher meaning. Hence, Gemini is the word in a dictionary, Sagittarius is what that word means. So you can apply this seventh house towards other people and how well you trust in your dealings with other people, visions or things you'll see that enable you to gain a higher meaning of who someone is and who you're dealing with, all of which will align with what you felt about it anyway individually. This is where Saturn adds stability to an unstable element here, so that at least what you're seeing is aligned with the integrity of truth And that makes for some very magical moments and experiences, as well as being able to expose and spot out frauds, because Neptune is going to help you literally see through the surface beyond their ability to mask their emotions. This is legit, especially this 180 degree, 6 degree, like that's legit. So to see that we have the Gemini down, this is going to be on your person, your experience of understanding and controlling with this integrity what things are. Now, how you communicate that and express that is creatively awakened through Libra. There's an unconventional manner with which you polish the talent of what you know and how you express it. And Pluto's going to awaken extremely, potentially even social anxiety around how extremely you express this truth. Because we have Chiron here, which is going to add vulnerability of your own authenticity and can trigger how fake or inauthentic other people are with how raw you express what you express. And it will rub people off the wrong way because maybe it could be too real. Okay. And thank God. But personally, we're taking what you're saying, we're now unconventionally and creatively expanding on how or awakening how you say it, and then the knowledge of what you're saying is expanded here with Jupiter. Jupiter and Aquarius are very, very knowledgeable, but the assertion of your desire, which is very sapiosexual. Mars and Gemini, Aqua and Libra are very sapiosexual because you desire your mind being stimulated. You desire knowledge. We both have MC in Aquarius, so I'm going to give you celebrities with MC in Aquarius. I have it as a Taurus rising. We don't fall off. Like people who have this MC have been in the industry for a while because your legacy is to be known. Miley Cyrus, Tom Cruise, Hillary Clinton, Amy Winehouse. I think we have Will Smith as well, Kristen Stewart. So the reason why I'm referencing that is because we recently had Saturn go over our MC. And as you can see, scientifically speaking, every time Saturn or a planet goes over one's MC, there's an accomplishment. Because MC is your reputation, Saturn is your accomplishment or your penalty. So LeBron James has MC in Pisces. When Saturn transited it, he got his award for his SP. The only Oscar that Will Smith ever got happened while Saturn was transiting his MC, and he also got banned. This is just science. Our legacy is to be known. So even for me, when Saturn went through that, I got my accomplishment of being watched by 10 million people. And you yourself have recently achieved your accomplishment that in Pisces we're seeing blossom and express the experience of. So that's your legacy. But Jupiter adds so much more juice and sauce to this. The expansion with which of how you can act very unconventionally off this knowledge to show people at a much, much, much higher level the knowledge of what is. And all that source of knowledge comes back around to add to this understanding of truth of how to say it and knowing what to say and how to say, and boom, we have that. So that's beautiful because now seeing this balanced by Neptune adds a lot of knowledge and context for what visions you see about other people, which makes it now effectively impossible to lie to you. Pause for dramatic effect. It's not only impossible to lie to you, it might be very stupid. So, because even if you didn't have the context, clues, or details, you have an angel soul. You understand the truth. So you'll already be able to know and see that they're lying. And then with just extra analysis, you can kind of backwards rationalize how it's lying. But the 12th house Taurus makes you a legendary natural queen. You're the angelic natural royalty or true value. Okay, the angelic producer, the true producer. So that's beautiful because you have a light Taurus signature. The moon is second house from the sun. And I hope you enjoyed this report. Your chart is legit. Okay. I'm going to share the Saturn vessel and Saturn instrument alien construct because it's one of my favorites. I have the Saturn vessel myself. Definitely looking forward to your feedback. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And until next time, you stay blessed as always. Peace.